Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This week, we're going to talk about Miami's ability or inability to convert short yardage situations in 2023. In this case, I thought that I would find the perception of Miami's issues in short yardage might be overblown because Miami throws more in those situations than other teams. And if you feel that your quarterback and passing game is the best part of your offense, why wouldn't you lean on that? The results didn't really end up that way, but if you follow as I walk through my thought process in this video, I do think that you'll find some optimism that Miami's 2024 short yardage offense will be better than 2023. To start my research, I went through the game logs and pulled every third and fourth down offensive play with less than 3 yards to go. The initial findings of 74 plays had 42 successful, 28 failed, 3 were called back due to penalty, and 1 was a fumbled snap. So if my initial thought was right, we'd find that Miami was better throwing the ball in short yardage situations than running the ball. But that wasn't really the case. Miami converted almost 56% of short yardage pass plays while converting almost 62% of short yardage run plays. Okay, so next thought. We know that Miami had a lot of issues keeping offensive linemen healthy in 2023, so Miami was better when they had at least a majority of their offensive linemen, right? Well, their success rate was actually less than 50% in those games and was an even 50% on both run and pass. If you're doing the math, the missing play was the fumbled snap. The next step is obviously to look at the other side, 2 or less starting offensive linemen, and you would think that it would be even worse. However, if you're decent at calculating, you can anticipate Miami was actually better with their backup offensive linemen. Passing was up from 50% to 62.5%, but rushing went from 50% up to 86% with only 1 failed conversion. Obviously, this line of thinking isn't making any sense so far. I know most people don't want to listen to me talk for an hour, and I'm trying to keep these videos under 15 minutes, so we're not going to talk about the short yardage pass plays. Instead, you can check out the video that I posted previously on my channel with a cut-up of all of those plays, and you can feel free to leave comments on there if you have opinions on it. Now we're going to look at the rushing plays. On the graphic here, the red marks were run plays that failed, the green plays were successful. I divided this into 3 segments. In the first 6 weeks, you can see that Miami wasn't all that successful running in short yardage situations, only converting 3 out of 7 attempts. Then you get to that second segment, which is weeks 7 through 11, and they didn't even try to run the ball in short yardage situations. The third segment begins in week 12, but I don't think it's a coincidence that it's also just after the bye. Miami seemed to have found something over the bye week because their conversion rate jumped almost 30 percentage points. But what changed? For that, I went to the film. All right, first, let's talk about weeks 1 through 6. There was a total of 7 plays. On this first play, it's going to get called back for an offensive holding. On the next play, it's going to be a version of crack toss that ends up converting for a first down. And then next, we're going to have Alec Ingold attempting to sneak and getting stuffed. And then we have Alec Ingold trying to run a regular fullback dive and also getting stopped. On this next play, they're going to convert for a touchdown using a power run. And then we go back to crack toss. This one also fails and also ends up with a fumble on the play. And then here in week 6, we go to a regular dive play and end up with a touchdown. So looking at this cut up of plays, I get why McDaniel pretty much was done with running the ball in short yardage situations. Now, let's jump past the bye week to week 12 versus the Jets and see what was different. But before we get started, duo is a play that we haven't talked about on this channel. It's more of a traditional man-blocking power scheme that emphasizes double teams. It also looks very similar to inside zone, which we're also going to see in this next set of plays. On the first play here, we're going to see duo, and we're going to see the H as a lead back on this play. On this next play, we're going to see duo again. And this is the same drive. Going to see duo once again. And then one more play from that drive. They're going to go to a crack toss since they've run the ball up the middle so well and score a touchdown. Here we're going to have inside zone with some split flow action. And then we're going to get an influence trap that's defended well, but Mostert bounces this outside for an easy touchdown. Then we're going back to duo. Another inside zone with split flow action. And then they're going to try to get to the edge again, running crack toss. It's not going to work. So we're going to go back to power with a kick out block here. And then we're going to get inside zone, but Chris Brooks is not able to run through the arm tackle of the defensive lineman here to convert. This next one is going to end up getting called back for an illegal formation because the tight end's covered up. And then the last one here, we're going to get a power with a kick out block, but it's played really well by Kansas City. The defensive end does a good job slanting in, and they also bring a slot corner to blitz off of the edge. So what was different? The play calls got much more basic. Instead of trying to trick defenses by using Ingold as a ball carrier or trying to always win on the edge, Miami decided to start going to a much more traditional power game, using duo and inside zone, which are near identical, and converted on nearly all of those attempts. Hopefully, this revelation somewhere around the 2023 bye week carries over into the 2024 season, and we continue to see Miami keeping it simple in short yardage run situations and see if they can keep the same level of success that they finished with in 2023. Thanks for watching. As always, if you have a suggestion for upcoming videos, leave a comment below, and we'll talk again next week.